Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Our pretty girl is joining us here, our pretty girl makeup founder of, that and so much more. Celebrity makeup artist Christina Flach joining us live from, where are we?
We are in San Rafael, California.
Beautiful. She's been traveling out and about, right? Because at Christmas, you were up in Alaska.
I was in Sitka.
Mm-hmm. Good for you. Well, how was Christmas?
Christmas was great. It was beautiful up in Sitka. It was snowy and cold and kind of gloomy, but it was lovely. It was fun.
Oh, well, great to have you back.
Christmas, don't you think?
I think so. I'm so excited. I mean,
how was yours?
It was great until my son was sick, throwing up Christmas Eve, Christmas, and then I got it 2 days later. So I'm good. That's why I'm a little pale. Even though I have foundation on today, I'm just still like a little out of it. But yeah, so 2 days ago I was very sick, but it was a great Christmas, and that's all I got to say. We got through it. How are you?
And it's over. Thank the Lord Jesus.
Exactly. How are you? Fill me in.
Great. I am just, today we are going to talk about new trends for 24. And so it's always interesting at the end of the year that we start making these, new resolutions for the coming year and what we're going to do differently. Do you have any resolutions, Jill?
Yeah, to somehow get someone to watch my children and for free, because like a family member, someone, because I need to organize my house and I don't have that every other weekend, and I don't have a nanny, and I don't have the funds to go get someone to help. I need my kids out of the house so I can organize. I have a trouble with organization, and now with the holidays, now the piles are stacking up even more with the decorations, with the presents, and I just feel overwhelmed, and I don't feel good.
Start. You know what? You just start with one thing.
Yeah.
Go to the And don't look at the whole mass of everything that needs to get done. Look at it like one little thing at a time.
Little piece at a time. Yeah.
It'll all get done. Well, in the beauty world, I think it's really interesting that I've been kind of looking at these new trends that are coming out, and I just would love to chat with you about them today.
I would love to hear about them any day. Go for it.
Right? So I think one of the things that's interesting is that the beauty people are predicting for the 2024 are making things a little simpler and using less products for more things. So for example, eyeshadows can be used for a number of situations. It's like today, I spent the night with my sister-in-law last night. We're watching TV and it was fun. And then I woke up in the morning, I'm like, oh crap, I have no makeup and I have to go and speak with my dear friend Jill. So I went into my sister-in-law's minimal makeup area and stole her foundation. But the best thing that worked most was the eyeshadows that I found in her drawer in the back that I know she doesn't use. We're going to have to talk about as soon as we're done here. I'm going to start using them on her. But you can use eyeshadows when you're in a pinch for filling in the brows. You can use it for eyeshadow, obviously, but also as a liner. You can use it for a little contouring on the cheeks and even under the chin if need be. So that's something. Using less products for more things. Like, for example, we don't need to do so much of the full makeup in 2024. I think what they're saying to do is with the foundation, you don't need a big, heavy one. You just need like a serum, a tint, a foundation tint, which is going to be a little lighter and fresher. So that's kind of neat. I think going in and just evaluating what you have in your makeup drawer and seeing what you actually use and what you don't, and get rid of it. And if there's things that you need to supplement with, a new concealer, a new foundation, whatever, go get those. Start out fresh, organize, get your brushes, put them in a little pretty cup so they are right in front of your face and you can just grab them and use them. And again, we've talked about this, makeup brushes do need to be washed once a week. So it's super important. Use a makeup wipe to get all the stuff off. And then you can always use shampoo and conditioner to dry them. And then dry them out in the air. It's just, you don't want to get infection anywhere in your face. So I think that's a new exciting thing to do, to just kind of feel like your makeup area is ready to start the new year. So what do you think of those?
Well, I love it. See, I love just a little foundation, but it's funny you said that, taking stuff out of my cabinet. I found, don't laugh, but I must have got a gift a few years ago. It was oil of Olay like this foundational tint with SPF. And I know the SPF isn't good, right? But I put it on last week because it was in my cabinet
Right?
for how long? I put it on and my face started burning. I was like, what? I'm like, it looks cute, even though I'm not going to use for SPF, but maybe I'll just use it just for like concealer for the day. I was burning. Like, so you got to look at expirations and stuff. It was like probably 3 years old. Yeah.
It's super important with expirations. I went to go grab an ibuprofen out of my drawer the other day because I don't take that frequently. I didn't realize that it was like 2 years expired. That was like the last time so yeah, it is important to look through expiration dates on makeup and medicine as we are going through the winter months. I also think taking time, like, what is your philosophy on, skincare for the winter? Do you do something different for winter than
I honestly, okay, don't, again, this may be
I'm not
wrong,
laughing. I
but
don't judge.
I put,
I don't judge.
see, my hands got all cracked and dry and my feet. So I put Aquaphor on them and I sleep with like
Good.
mittens or gloves on. But then I even put Aquaphor on my jowls because my face gets chapped.
Jowls, yeah, because they're so huge, your jowls.
They are. They are. And here, but Aquaphor on my face. I don't know if that's good.
Good. It's fantastic. I mean, it's so great to be able to use these products that we have that we think are for one thing. They actually are for a magnitude of things. And especially during the winter months, we don't realize that the being inside with the heat is going to actually dehydrate your skin more than normal. So again, it is super important to hydrate inside out with drinking your water, adding a pinch of tea or some lemon to it. But then hydrating, I feel even extra, like with a very heavy moisturizer during the winter months to protect it, but to keep it hydrated. It is really important. So well done, Miss Jill. Very well.
Still drinking a lot of water. Still do that.
Good girl. I like it. So blush is going to be a little bit heavier this coming year on the cheeks. A little bit more blush on the cheeks.
Okay.
Which is to give a little color because, we have to it's such a contradiction. We have to stay out of the sun, but yet we want to not look like we're pale and, looking ill. So it is kind of a predicament sometimes with the blush. Like how much does one need on their cheeks? So I think it's good. Let's see what else.
And hold on, there's a quick question with blush because I'm still using like a bronzer from summer. It's got like 3 tiers, like you mix 3 different.
Oh yeah.
Is that okay? Or should a blush be a different color in the winter?
No, I think you can use a little bit of bronzer or, what I'm trying to get to, I guess, is let's use what we have. We have these products, let's use them. And I think it's great to use the bronzer in the summer. I mean, in the winter, it just gives a little bit of color, a little bit of sparkle, especially. And then with the blush as well, add that to your cheeks. Under the chin, it hides any extra-ness that we have under there. Have you ever, my daughter's really good friend, Paige, taught me this thing called the strap. And
what's that?
She calls the strap underneath, darkening under the chin. So it looks like you don't have all that extra-ness there. I like to call it extra-ness instead of fat, but it's extra-ness. So you just in that area with a bronzer and it's unbelievable. It gives the illusion that there's nothing going on there. So also, let's see. A little bit of color, we are saying, like for the brow, the eyes, a little bit of a pop of color this winter will brighten your day a little bit. So if you have, and usually I'm kind of not into colors, but I think it's like in a way you can add a little bit to the crease or use as a liner with the eyeshadows. I think it is really pretty and fun. Let's just enjoy and like be playful with some makeup. Doesn't have to be serious business. It just can be playful and fun.
And got a question about makeup, by the way. Like I noticed today, you have the liner underneath the eye. When do you choose just to do the line above and the line under? I mean, your eyes pop more, obviously, with the underline, which I love. And got to ask, how does it stay on? Do you use a pencil, a gel? Because mine always bleeds no matter what product I use. Maybe you can recommend some makeup that would work that doesn't bleed into the eye area like this. And yeah, help me.
Okay, so what I start out with is obviously vitamin C serum, moisturizer, and then concealer underneath the eye and on top of the lid to start. And then I put down some foundation, do the brows. As for the eyeshadow on the eyes, I do a liner top and bottom today, because I'm trying to just get rid of some, not having my own makeup. So I put a little more on, and I don't know why, but I do a liner and then
It
put a
looks
shadow
pretty.
on top. So if you put the liner on the top or bottom, it doesn't matter which, and then put a shadow on top, it kind of sets it, and then the mascara. So that's my trick for doing that.
And it stays.
And it stays. And then sometimes, like today, I put on a line. So I did like 3 layers. It was liner, shadow, liner, and it stays.
Okay, cool.
And then I always am adding, like, I'll do 2 or 3 layers of concealer underneath the eye.
Can I ask what type of concealer you use?
Oh, I've got a few. Okay, I used today the YSL, the click one, the gold.
I've never tried it, but I've heard, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
And which like I know like Mac goes by numbers. Which YSL?
I don't know what number it is.
Okay.
It's a lightish color, but it's like what I like about, I want a concealer that's going to be hydrating. So I love that YSL one, and that's on the pricier end. But there's other ones like Maybelline that have like a nice spongy moisturizing concealer that are fantastic for under $10. But if you want to splurge, the Yves Saint Laurent, it's like a gold tube with a clicker. It is really great, and it moisturizes at the same time. So I really, really like that. Ombre lips evidently are going to make an appearance this coming year. So that would be like a liner, a darker liner on the outside, and then a lighter lipstick with a gloss on top. So we will see how long that trend will last.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
So a pop of color on the lips this coming 2024 is going to be making an appearance, which is kind of fun. So it's kind of like we're going to not do it's one or the other. We're going to pick either a lip or an eye to make a big, bold statement. So I think if you're going to do a big, bold lip, just do a softer eye. I mean, there's no rules to any of this. If you feel good with a whole slew of makeup on, brows, lashes, liner, everything, and then a big, bold lip, go for it if it makes you happy. But if you're, not too comfortable with adding all these things, pick one little thing that feels good to you. I also am doing, Berlin and I are doing two beauty segments on January 2nd for NBC on California Live. And one of the things we're going to be talking about is the Beauty Dare Challenge that we did this last year that was super popular.
What's that?
So the Beauty Dare Challenge was this. How many people we get so stuck in our ways with makeup, right? With how we do it, the amount we do it. And so what I want people to do is take a minute to assess how much makeup are you actually putting on every day? And either if you wear a ton, take it down a few notches. If you wear very minimal, take it up a few notches and figure out how you feel and why do you feel that way? Some people feel like that are so used to wearing a ton of makeup to like tone it down 3 or 4 notches, it feels really uncomfortable to them. And so it's so interesting from a psychological standpoint, how makeup makes us feel or not feel.
It is so true. We used to do a thing on the morning show that I worked for. We did a day without makeup. It was amazing because I feel the viewers got to see what we really looked like, but we all felt like hell and looked like hell. But it's the real us because people look at you on TV and think, oh, wow, she looks so beautiful. It's just makeup. We really don't look this way.
We don't look like this.
But it was really a cool challenge. And the truth is we all felt insecurely ugly. But guess what? It was good to feel real and raw. I'm the same way. I don't wear much makeup, but when I go out to dinner, I want to wear makeup. I want to look and feel good. And for work, I don't wear much makeup anymore unless I'm doing like morning television where they do your makeup and it has to be like pow. For podcasts, I don't need pow pow. But there is something about it, I think, when I go out to dinner, I feel better. Doesn't it make you feel more attractive?
Totally. But isn't that an interesting thing?
It is.
How is it like when we're made up that we feel better about ourselves and we're in a better mood? Because we're all visual. It's just the way it is. It's not like some superficial thing. It's real. There are people out there, and I'm one of them included. I will put on just a little bit of makeup even when I'm home by myself, just because I'm like, I can't look in the mirror. I don't want to go to my yoga class looking it's not like I put a full face on to go to yoga. I will put a little concealer and fill in my brows because I'm like, I can't even bear. I feel like it's a community. It's my do-goodery because
I
I don't
love
think anyone should be subjected to having to look at my face. It's so frightful.
Can I just ask one other question too?
Ask away.
Every man that I've ever dated, I've never been married, but every man I've ever dated, why do you have to wear makeup? Why they put me down for wearing makeup, and then I got to ask your take on this. Do the men in your life, have they done this, or is it all men, or just clearly the wrong men for me? But like I said, if there's two twins sitting at the bar, identical twins, one has her makeup done, one doesn't. Who
Who are you picking?
Whose eyes are you going to be attracted to? They're identical. The one with the makeup, you're going to think looks better. Right? Is it something with men, or does your man like think you look beautiful with makeup, or say, oh, you don't need it?
No, my man's real. He's like, put that shit. He doesn't care.
Put that shit on.
Put that shit on. No, look, he met me looking like this. Okay. So I'll say to him in the morning, you went to sleep and that girl was somewhat attractive. And then you woke up with this monster. And he's
No.
like, yeah, I know. I'm always making jokes about that. Now, I think I think it is more like self-pride. Like
Yeah.
he likes that I take pride in my appearance.
Mhm.
He doesn't tell me that he likes me better. Well, he never has said, oh, I like you better with no makeup. So there you go.
Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. I'll let you continue. I had to ask.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's like, I think it's funny when people say that. They meet someone like us that is all zhuzhed up, but then they tell you not to wear it. So it's like, you met me looking a certain way. So I'm always, you know what I'd like to do? We should do an interview with men when they tell us that they prefer us with no makeup on. Why is that? Like, I just want to know. Like,
Do they not want us to look good, to feel good? They don't want others to look at us. That's why I'm thinking I'm dating the insecure, jealous guys.
Could be. Yeah. I don't know. That's an interesting, there should be a study done on that.
I'm sure there has been. I'm going to Google later.
We're going to do a segment. That'll be one of our next segments. We're going to interview men on why it is that they meet a girl that's very boofy. And then they're like, yeah, I don't want you to do that.
Tone it down.
Like, that's an interesting one. Men, tell us, let us know exactly why. I think this is one thing that I will say. I think oftentimes the women that are not wearing the makeup that, like, you don't see my foundation. You don't really see anything going on here. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're not wearing the right foundation color, if it's too dark or too light, it's distracting. So perhaps maybe it is that they don't know what they are not really liking, but maybe it is that it's just too much.
Yeah.
Or the wrong colors. So maybe that's what's not pleasing to a male eye.
I don't think they don't get it. I just don't think they don't get it. They don't get it. But okay.
or do they? Can you imagine? Like, men wouldn't be putting makeup on. Like,
yeah,
they'd be like, I'm not doing. Like, maybe they think it's just like too much effort because they wouldn't do it. I don't know.
All right, we'll find out. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry I interrupt with these questions. Sometimes I should just go ahead. Go.
So I've loved these little razor things to get the peach fuzz off. And I know we've chatted about that before, but I really, really think it's so great for your skin to get rid of the peach fuzz. It exfoliates, but it also is really so much better for our serums, our creams to penetrate without all the peach fuzz on. And I think and by the way, ladies, it's not going to grow back a full beard. You're not going to, come out looking like the bearded lady at the circus. Okay. You're going to I can't tell you how many women I see that have literally a lot of peach fuzz that looks like a beard.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stand that?
Wow.
I'm not trying to be judgy. I guess I am being judgy, but it is, all I'm thinking of is, God, your makeup will go on better. Your creams, your serums will penetrate more if they're not peach fuzz. You can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. They're disposable. And you're not going to have a beard at the end of the day. I don't know how that wives' tale came about, but did your mom ever tell you that?
No, but I never heard that.
Oh, there's people, I hear people, like, I have clients, I'm like, do you mind if I get rid of your beard. And they were like, oh my God, no, I'm going to have a beard. It's going to come back coarse like a man's. I'm like,
I've heard that part. Yeah, we talked about shaving the face. It comes back coarser. Yeah. But
it doesn't feel my face. It's
nope, I shave mine. Yep.
Yep, it's great. So anyway, I think these are all great tips for the coming new year. Take care of yourself from the inside out. Drink green juice, have your water, make sure you get in the car, grab a bottle, drink your water, change your mascara, clean your makeup brushes, and just be happy. Laugh, love your life. The most attractive thing about a person, I feel, is someone that is happy with their skin, laughing, and confident. That's a beautiful thing. Do what makes you happy in your work, your whatever it is. Wake up every day with purpose and love and laughter in your heart. And I think you will have a fantastic 2024.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I love our
And
time.
so tell me what's coming up for you. So where are you going to be? Who are you working on? Tell us a few of your clients. I just saw on social media what you've been up to.
Yes. So I will be January 17th. I will be going with my favorite client, Mr. Tyler Florence. We are going to be filming the Great Food Truck Race, season 17, I think. So we are going to be away for 6 weeks, starting in Houston, ending up in Miami. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm going to be for 7 days in February. I will be at the Super Bowl for 7 days doing Radio Row with Nickelodeon, NFL. So I'm doing that. And then what else do I have? I think that, and I'm starting my new show, I'm Too Busy.
Yes.
I'll be starting that as well. And what else is going to be coming up this year? But I'm really looking forward to 2024. I think it's going to be a really fantastic year. How about you, Miss Jill? What do you got going on?
Nothing. New Year's, just go to like the neighbors and like hang out with the kids, and that's it. Yeah, I got nothing good planned. I wish I could just
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. And then it's like my son's birthday comes January 5th and mine comes January 10th and my other son's February 3rd. And I just hate January. It's like a depressing month for me. And it's just like too close to like everything, like with the holidays. And I just get
you need a little downtime.
Yes, one of these days. I'm coming to California to see you.
Oh my God, I would love
And when is your next appearance? Can we find you on California television? Tell us where.
California Live NBC. I was on with my TV husband, Berlin Fisher, on January 2nd.
Beautiful.
We're going to be talking about 2024 and all kinds of good things.
I can't believe the Super Bowl thing. That is impressive. This is incredible. That is awesome.
It's in Las Vegas and it's 7 days in a row. I think being in Las Vegas, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but it's draining to be there to me.
Where? Oh my God. And what, do you know what hotel the setup is at, or you can't say? I mean, I don't.
I don't know where.
I don't even know.
At their convention center, like that's where they're going to be. Like they have Radio Row. I did it last year in Phoenix and it was at the convention center and they have Radio Row. And so it's just interviews with all the different networks, all the different podcasts, all the different radio shows. So you've got all kinds of fun celebrities coming in and athletes that are getting interviewed. And it's a lot of fun.
It is. That is awesome. Gosh, the last time I worked in Vegas, I was covering the ACM Awards, the Country Music Television Academy of Country Music. That was amazing. But the same concept, the TV, the Radio Row, everyone's there doing their step and repeats, interviewing them. That was amazing. Yeah, I got to travel more for work. That's the only way I can get away from my kids. That would be a good thing. I should have applied. But no, bring the podcast down there. No, I could have interviewed people. No, maybe next year. You're inspiring me. Thank you.
Okay.
Bigger and better things to come, Christina Flach. We still got 2 more minutes. I'm not cutting you short. So what are you going to be doing New Year's Eve? Anything good?
You know, my person's coming home from Sitka. And so I don't know what we're doing. We're either going out to dinner or we will just be making something yummy at home. I'm not sure yet. I don't really care. New Year's, we usually stay home and cook because, I love to cook and it's just a lot easier than being out and about with a bunch of people. So.
I agree. I like staying home, being put, and usually I'm in bed by like midnight.
Oh, hello.
I can't.
9 o'clock, it's like, 9 o'clock we'll do the New York feed of New Year's and that's it. There's not a chance in hell I'll be up till midnight.
I know. Oh, well, thank you. I love you as a person. I love you as a friend. I'm going to message you. I want to find out the YSL number for this concealer that you use. Please let me know. Yeah, because I need a better concealer.
It's a really good one. It's really fantastic. And it's a highlighter too. So I just use it underneath, and it's really great when you're out and about to just get a little moisture there. You don't want to put powder. Powder is going to show.
No, and then the wrinkles get stuck in it. So yeah, like I have a CoverGirl stick that I use every now and then, but I use like a MAC concealer, but I'm finding it's still not.
Oh, I would recommend not. I would definitely not use any matte or anything that's drying, because it's going to,
Oh no, it's a MAC.
Oh, MAC.
But I don't, but still, I'm like, but it is kind of, it's not as.
A lot of eye cream, if it's feeling a little too thick, just put some more eye cream or moisturizer there so it doesn't look so thick and heavy. If it's too thick and heavy, it does show everything, which defeats the whole purpose of the concealer, right?
It so does. Well, thank you so much, Miss Christina, and love you too. Have a fantastic day. Happy New Year, and we'll talk in the new year. Thank you. Enjoy your day, sweetheart. Thanks again, pretty girl. Bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.